If you're looking for heavenly places on earth, then these gardens are for you. You may personally notice that the gardens are relaxing, and when you experience any beautiful garden, the impact on your health is significant. There is enough evidence of gardens having positive effect on humans like self-esteem, boosting confidence, and relief from stress. Fortunately, we have some of the most renowned and fascinating gardens on planet that one should visit in a lifetime. Some of them are open without an entrance fee and some of them do. Each of the gardens listed here has a premium history behind and there have been a lot of efforts to develop them. We have gathered the 10 most beautiful gardens in the world that are worth a day's stay.
Subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell button and enjoy the latest uploads from our channel.
Number 10. Longwood Gardens. Longwood Gardens is a pleasing and a good-looking garden located in Pennsylvania, US. The garden is fledged at an estimated area of over 1,077 acres. Additionally, the visitors enjoy the place to the fullest due to the exotic plants and a brilliant horticultural display gardens. The garden is into existence for a very long time. Further, there were a tribal group residing at this location back then in the 1600s. In the course of development, the property was recently owned in 1906 by a Pereira DuPont, an American entrepreneur. Currently, the garden is completely relying on funding that charges admissions from visitors. The place comprises 4,500 different variants of trees, plants, and beautiful fountains for the visitors, and it recorded over 1 million visitors since 2012. Number 9. The Giardini Botanica Villa. The Giardini Botanica Villa Taranto is a beautiful garden located in Palazzo, Italy. The garden consists of about 20,000 plant varieties that represent over 3,000 species. The garden receives an estimated 15,000 visitors annually, and an entry fee is applied here and is open between April and October. Bartholomew McErton initiated the cultivation of the garden in his estate in 1931. He put in a great effort to transform his garden into a world-class style and struggled for over 9 years. Today, the garden is being praised and applauded by many garden lovers across the globe. Number 8. Dubai Miracle Garden. Dubai Miracle Garden is an actual miracle come true garden located in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. With an estimate of 72,000 square meters, the garden becomes the world's largest natural flower garden. Further, there are about 250 million plants and 50 flowers kept for display for the tourists, and the segment of the garden development was into two phases. The first one was opened in February of 2013, consisting of 21,000 square feet, and the second was completed in October of the same year with a 70% expansion. Additionally, the garden has made its entry in the Guinness World Book record with 3 records so far, and the Dubai Miracle Garden as well is considered the world's largest vertical garden. Being incredible in terms of structures and maintenance, the garden administrations as well made an agreement with the Disney for installing additional miracles for the garden. Furthermore, the garden is featured in the Garden Tourism Award and awarded with the Most Sell Award in 2015. Number 7. Butchart Gardens. The Butchart Gardens is one such garden to visit once in a lifetime. Located in British Columbia of Canada, the garden has been designated a National Historic Site of Canada. Additionally, the garden is split with 55 acres of landscape that makes the tourists wander freely. The initial plantation and administration was initiated by Jenny Butchart. Right since her initiative, her foundation has been working hard to keep the garden blooming for over 100 years. Now, a single walk through the park can sense the hard work behind the cultivation itself. There is a total of 6 gardens, namely Sunken Garden, Rose Garden, Japanese Garden, Italian Garden, and a Mediterranean Garden. Being so beautiful though, the place has become a hotspot for wedding anniversaries. Many of them can even seen tying the knot at its place. Furthermore, if you don't even hear the garden near the garden during the Christmas, then try not to miss it. The decoration during the festival season like Christmas is a real delight. Number 6. Real Botanic Garden. Real Botanic Garden is an impressive garden located in Kew, London, also recognized as Kew Garden, which was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2003. The garden is currently under the administration of Dame Amelia Fawcett, and the place was well administered 1,100 staff with over 8.3 million plants and fungal specimens, and the Kew Garden became one of the biggest in the United Kingdom. Furthermore, the garden experienced about 2.2 million visitors in 2019 and is considered its primary attraction for tourists across the globe. The garden as well features 40 historic buildings. The administration's motive is to grab and conserve 25% of the world's bankable plant species in the upcoming years. Number 5. Kanaroko-en. Kanaroko-en is a beautiful garden located in Nishikawa, Japan. Its scenic atmosphere in the Kanaroko-en garden is simply mind-boggling. While you walk through the park, you may notice that every garden you proceed can best fit as a profile picture. The garden is open round for the years except between December 29 to January 3rd. Additionally, it becomes one of the most visited places in the city with almost 25 acres of land expansion, and the park is good enough to water and roam lavishly. The seasonal floral display for the tourists is simply stunning, and the visitors can as well enjoy the astounding waterfalls, steam ponds, and legacy tea houses. Further, the name Canroco means the Garden of Six Elements. It was first planted and developed by the ruling Maida family for over 3 centuries in the beginning of 1676, though the course of development and handover the garden made for public access since May 7th of 1874. Number 4. Keukenhof. Keukenhof is a fantastic looking garden situated in the municipality of Liese in the Netherlands. The garden is also recognized as the Garden of Europe and is considered one of the world's largest flower gardens. A numerous amount of flora gets planted annually in this garden, and an estimate of about 7 million gets planted in the Keukenhof every year. With an incredible number of plantations, some of the flower species include roses, daffodils, carnation, and irises, and the garden received about 1.5 million people in 2019. With respect to the seasonal change and blooming period of the flowers, the garden is open for a prominent 8-week display, as the tulip display is open for the public from mid-March to mid-May, and the place as well makes a provision for private affairs and festival celebrations. Number 3. Chateau de Villandry. Chateau de Villandry is another fantastic garden located in Villandry, France. The garden stands to be the most visited place in France. Additionally, the garden received about 330,000 visitors in 2007. So beautiful though, it as well as awarded the designated a monument historic. The garden was purchased by Jorge de Carvalho in 1906 and renowned enormously to get the name the Extreme How Beautiful Garden. The place was built in the early 1500s and one of the last of the large chateaux of the Renaissance period. While checking the most loved section of the Villandry of the tourist, the large ornamental vegetable garden grabs the spot. The colorful portion of the vegetable garden grabs the attention of the people at any cost. Number 2. Nok Nosh Tropical Garden. Nok Nosh Tropical Garden is a heavily botanical garden located at kilometer of 163 on Sukhumvit Road, Thailand. The place is a 500-acre province and is a major tourist attraction in Thailand. Additionally, the garden as well hosts religious ceremonies for tourists, martial arts demonstrations, elephant shows, and even massages. It has a small zoo and hotel with a swimming pool for tourists, and highlight of this garden is a shaded skywalk for about 1.1 kilometers on the elevated walkway. As the place is segregated into different gardens within the skywalk, helps an aerial view of the Topiary Garden, European Garden, Tropical Pal Garden, Buttery Hill, and even Stonehenge Garden. Furthermore, the ancient drum performance and Thai dance in the classical format is an add-on in the garden for tourists. The exotic shaped blossoms and leaves that showcases over 670 native species are counted at the country's largest collection. And number 1, we have Gardens of Versailles. Gardens of Versailles is one such place that can just heal all your bruises inside your body due to the impressive ambience. Located in the west of the palace, the Gardens of Versailles is an 800-hectare massive land constructed in the format of a French form of garden. The garden grabbed a slot to be entitled on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1979, as the palace and the garden were developed and extended by the gardener André Lenoir in 1661. The place is almost the most visited place in France, an estimated amount of 6 million visitors recorded annually, as the aerial view of the gardens from the palace is simply mesmerizing. The garden hosts around 200,000 trees and about 210,000 flowers planted annually. As the further, the place that will feature 50 fountains and 620 water jets. So that's it for now. Till next time.